everyone. I came to make a video today. I had to kind of rig up my camera because I don't have a tripod, so let's hope that this works. I wanted to make a video today about the new Thor, or as some people call her, Lady Thor, which we will discuss in a moment. Apparently there's still a lot of confusion as to who this new Thor is or what is exactly happening with the original Thor. And though the comic book has come out, there's still a lot of confusion. I think a lot of people have not read it because they have made up their mind on what they think is happening. So I wanted to quickly clarify yet again that, this new Thor is actually a separate person from the original Thor. I have some bulleted points here. So, Old Thor is, Thor Odinson, the Thor that we've known and loved since his debut in Journey into Mystery. He is no longer worthy to wield the hammer, and so is currently wielding Jarbjorn, his axe, and is, I guess, off on a journey of self-discovery. He has to rediscover what it means to be a hero, to regain his worth. He's on his own ongoing title, Thor Unworthy, and is currently in the Avengers title, and is not gone, is not gender swapped, he is not gender reassigned, he is not a woman, he is none of these things. He exists separate and actually continues to exist. So I know some people were concerned or confused by that, and so that is my clarification. Thor is still there, he is still doing something, we just don't know exactly what yet. This new Thor, this Lady Thor, she is a character in of herself, separate from Thor. She will be known as Thor because of the inscription on the hammer stating whoever wields the hammer is Thor, and basically takes on the duties of Thor as the guardian and protector of this realm. So while she will be using his name, it is not, she's not stealing his identity, and she's not replacing him, she's just fulfilling his role. So therefore she will be the one and only Thor, God of Thunder. There would be no other God of Thunder right now. But we know that this is not permanent. In Avengers 30, we go into the future, 49 years? I'm not sure. But you go into the future, almost 50 years, and we see a female Thor present, and she has Jarbjorn, the axe. So there is a female Thor in the future who does not wield Mjolnir. So we know that this is temporary, but not a 6-month temporary. It's a change in the status quo, but people really need to calm down. She is the God of Thunder for the time being. But she's not a new character. We know that Jason Aaron admitted that she is an existing female character, someone that Thor already knows. So I know a lot of people were complaining that they wanted not a female Thor as in a knockoff Thor, a girl version of Thor. They wanted one of the existing female characters to be propelled forward. And while I would love that, so far that has been unsuccessful on Marvel's part. Fearless Defenders had Valkyrie, and that was cancelled. Journey into Mystery had Lady Sif, and that was cancelled. It's not that they're not trying, but apparently we are not buying them enough. And they're not getting the sales that they are looking for, and therefore do not feel confident in maybe having these characters run their own titles. They are doing a Angela title, an ongoing title, so we are getting yet another female character with her own title. This character, who will be the new Lady Thor, is yet another example of them attempting to give a female character her own title. I think maybe with a little help from the existing Thor fan base. And there's really no shame in that. I mean, they are here to make money, and they want to make money, and so by maybe borrowing some of the firmer Thor fan base, they can really propel this character forward. But it is an existing character. We know that it is not Valkyrie, because she's accounted for. It's not Angela, she's accounted for. I do not believe it is Lady Sif, because it is implied that she also, along with the other Asgardians, attempted to raise the hammer and could not. It could be Jane, it could be Frigga, it could be Frigg, the thunder goddess from the future. There are possibilities, but we know that it's somebody that we know. I'm interested in who it might be, but we are not certain yet. So while a lot of people are complaining they wanted existing characters and they don't want new characters, technically she's not a new character. Just throwing that out there. And so there's now an ongoing debate with the name, Lady Thor. I am the cosplayer from New York that got a little bit of attention for my Lady Thor cosplay. I was one of maybe 3 or 4 Lady Thors there, but I did an interview with Marvel Live, and my Thor cosplay was very well received, so thank you everyone. But I've gotten a lot of negative feedback as well about my choice to refer to myself as Lady Thor, because as Jason Aaron had stated, this is not a girl Thor, Lady Thor, female Thor, this is just Thor. And I think that was his attempt at explaining that this was not a knockoff like Batgirl, like Thor Girl. They wanted to say that he was saying that this was just Thor, the god of thunder. But so some fans, we've circled back around to, they are now hating on some of the people who are most defending this new character. They are hating the choice of how we choose to tag this character. I chose Lady Thor as opposed to female Thor because I thought female Thor brought her gender too far forward as her defining feature, whereas Lady, while it being, it definitely having some identifiable gender terms with it, Lady is the opposite for Lord. It's Lord Thor. And so, you know, as Lady Sif is known as Lady Sif, that is her title. Stop. Sorry, my cat. It's a title, you know, Lord Thor, and so therefore now Lady Thor. I don't think of it as a female gendered pronoun as much as just an appropriate title to give someone who is a god. So that is why I choose that title. It is a, as far as we know, cis female character who would be respectfully referred to as Lady. So that is why I choose to call my cosplay that, and why I tag things that. Because it's an easy way to differentiate between the original Thor and this new Thor until we have more information. We may very well end up calling this character Jane Thor, like we call it Sif Loki. We will hyphenate the 2 identities, but we don't know who she is yet. So we really have very little to work with. So in the time being, Lady Thor is I think the safest way, and I know some people are very strongly against it, but I really hope that, you know, we can stop fighting over the small details and just wait for the comic book to come out, seeing as how we only have 1 issue so far, before we start tearing the entire fandom down. There's a really heated ongoing debate about the appearance of this new Thor, what her armor looks like, and the female attributes that are being presented, like the lipstick. I actually just got into a debate on why this Thor would wear lipstick, and it became very much this idea of defining femininity and almost having to reject it to be a serious warrior. And I think that is a problematic perspective, that you cannot be both female and strong, that to be a warrior you have to be masculine, and the, you know, defining attributes of a woman, you know, the definition of femininity is having qualities that, or appearance traditionally associated with women, especially delicacy and prettiness. And femininity is also oftentimes thought of as negative or weak. And so for a woman to be strong, they have to reject femininity, that they cannot wear lipstick or high heels or care about traditionally feminine things because it is considered weak. And I disagree with that wholeheartedly. I think that is a very negative perspective to take, because on the reverse, the flip side would be to be masculine is to reject all things feminine. And I think that is very damaging for men, because the idea that if a man identifies slightly effeminate or very effeminate and is deemed less strong or more delicate, and it being considered a negative thing. And, you know, I think that is harmful for both men and women, and that is actually something, you know, why feminism is for everyone, is it defends a person's right to be feminine, whether you're a man or a woman, and it not be considered negative, that it not be, you know, just synonymous with being weak. So yes, you know, Wonder Woman wears lipstick. You know, yes, Lady Sif and Valkyrie both wear high heels. While that is, you know, maybe like what's the word? It's inappropriate, but it's not practical to wear high heels while fighting. You know, it is a traditionally feminine thing that they are so strong that maybe it does not actually detract from their ability to fight as much as it would maybe you or I. But the idea that they were attacking lipstick and femininity really bothered me. You know, it's okay to be strong and female. It's okay to wear lipstick and fight crime. I think in the grand scheme of things, practicality of lipstick is really not the issue here. I think it is an attack on her right to choose to express herself as feminine. One of the first things I did when I found out Lady Thor existed and was going to be a thing was I made a makeup compact to do a photo shoot that has, you know, like a very Asgardian theme, and I wanted just basically a picture of me with my helmet holding up a compact, putting on lipstick, because I liked the idea of taking something very masculine and strong, like being a warrior, and, or traditionally, you know, and something that is traditionally more female and having lipstick and powder, you know, and melding the two together and being like, yes, you can be both. Whether you're a man or a woman, you can be both, you know, feminine and masculine, and the amount in which you lean towards one or the other is simply up to yourself and how you identify yourself. So with this new Lady Thor, wearing lipstick and being a warrior, I think is a great example of how you can be both strong and feminine. So there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of heated debate, and I have actually been getting a lot of hate mail. It's very awkward. I'm sorry if you disagree or that I have offended you with how I personally feel, but that is just how I personally feel. If you want to be this new Thor and don't want to be called Lady Thor and don't want to wear lipstick, that is entirely your choice, and you know, you may do what you feel most comfortable doing, but I don't really feel it's anyone's place to ever attack anyone on their decision to wear a certain thing or identify or call themselves a certain pronoun or a certain title. And with this new Lady Thor, as again I say Lady Thor, I think that we don't know enough yet to have really anything better to call her. And so I think everyone really needs to just give this comic a chance to flourish. Jason Aaron is an amazing writer. He did such a good job on God of Thunder that I really trust him to handle this well and delicately, and to not offend us female readers, and to really bring in maybe a female superhero that we can all really like, and one that we haven't seen yet. I mean, she's someone that existed, but this is still a new character. So I really think that we all need to give it a shot, and I really want to know what everyone thinks. So in the comments, I would love, you know, maybe not a debate and no name calling, but maybe a discussion about what we think of this new Thor, whether she should be called Lady Thor, or if we should later, when we find out who she is, hyphenate the two identities. I would like feedback on the strength of femininity, and I would really love to hear your input on just the overall direction that Marvel is taking with their female titles, with Storm and with Angela, and, you know, with this new Thor, having female lead titles and having more female creators, writers, and artists on board. Is Marvel really taking things in a new direction, or is this a gimmick and really just pandering to feminists like some people claim it is. I don't think it's pandering, but I really can't say that, you know, doing something for a significant size portion of the readership, which is like, I think it was what, 46% of the Marvel readership is female. So I don't really consider it pandering to basically make comic books directed towards half of your readers. So, but that is my opinion. I would love to hear more of what you guys think. So in the comments below, if you wanted to discuss, I can make a follow-up video, okay? Hi.